Hello, my friend, and welcome to your Reiki session. For today's session, we are back in our cozy little cottage, and today our Reiki energy healing session with lots of sound healing and some ASMR is going to be all about solar plexus activation. Specifically a request that you've been making recently, which is a session on willpower. Some of you have been requesting for things like achieving long-term goals, and willpower is really at the heart of that. Things like, how do I have the confidence to go after what I want? During our last live stream, some of you were talking about just some goals that you wanted to achieve. So I really wanted to connect with that long-term approach, setting these goals, really focusing on our dreams so that we can then activate our solar plexus, really activate that willpower so we can chase those dreams. Or rather prepare ourselves to allow those dreams to come to us. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Anna. I am a Reiki Master Practitioner. I love ASMR. I find it really healing. And I think it's a wonderful pairing for our mindfulness practice. Just to be aware of all of the senses, what's going on. So I have today a little bit of tea tree and cedarwood. This is one of my favorite blends of essential oils. And this is with an aura mist, some water that I charged in the new moon. Usually I charge my water in the full moon. This was charged in the new moon. So manifestation, new beginnings, this fresh start energy. I wanted you to really have that kind of feeling while you're starting to just sow the seeds. I feel like for this process, I really want you to be able to ruminate on what it is that you really want to call into your life. So start to really consider, what is it that you wish that you had, that you wish that you whether that's a quality or, something that you can work towards. What is that thing that you've always wanted to be, do, have? What is it? Do you want to have a really solid, beautiful, organized, focused morning routine? Do you want to, every single day, move your body? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to learn how to paint? Do you want to learn a new language? What is it that you want to call into your life that would require time and patience, willpower? What is it? So I'm going to spray a little bit with our aura mist. Tea tree is wonderful for a kind of activation, for focus. You can use it to really buoy you up. It's probably my favorite essential oil, and I really love it for focusing my energy. I really love it for rejuvenating my spirit. I love cedarwood for grounding, and also just that smell of cedarwood and the smell of tea tree. They feel very simultaneously nostalgic and also so fresh and new. One of my favorite combinations. So I thought I'd go back to a classic today. We've been doing a little experimenting, doing some, myrrh and frankincense and things like that, which I love. And ylang ylang, I think we did. But just my classics are cedarwood, tea tree, rosemary, peppermint, lavender. Those are the ones. Those are kind of go-tos. Unfortunately, you get them in a lot of those kind of essential oil starter kits. So I'm just spraying through your aura here, your energy body. I just want you to feel nice and kind of cleansed. I also want you to feel receptive, open. And now we're going to do a little bit of clearing. So I'm just going to sweep down through your aura and really, with a little bit, so here we'll do some gentle sweeping. And then we'll do a little bit more active sweeping. Plus I just want to keep spraying this beautiful scent. So now if you want to just call to mind something that you'd like to clear. So maybe there's something that you're experiencing, that you're starting to be aware of, that's blocking you from really achieving those dreams. Because this whole process is really just about self-inquiry, self-discovery. Know thyself, my darling. Asking those questions. Being really curious about what's going on for you. So if something's coming up for you, you can just offer it up. You can say to yourself or aloud, I offer up blank to be cleared by Anna here. And we're just clearing it out, letting it just float out. Good. I'm going to use this owl rattle to really thicken up your aura. I want you to feel nice and thick and full in your energy body. So we're going to start and just kind of move through, shaking and rattling and rolling up the energy. Now that you hopefully have somewhat of an idea of what you want to call in, what you want to start to manifest, willpower is really the process of connecting with long-term goals, with dreams, with things we want to call into our lives, and then foregoing short-term temptations, short-term, instant gratification moments, making the decision to focus on the long haul instead of on those moments of instant gratification. And in order to do that, we really have to know ourselves. We really have to know what it is that we want. And we have to know what those temptations might be so that we can be aware of how we want to behave in those situations. And also so that we know what's going to be an obstacle for us. Because, when we're wading into the unknown and it's murky waters, that can be incredibly difficult to parse through and suss out how we feel, especially in a moment of vulnerability. It's going to be very difficult to make a decision that's based on a long-term goal or dream if we aren't really aware of what's going on for us right here in this present moment. So when we're feeling a little bit low, a little bit vulnerable, a little bit, like a raw nerve, maybe something at work really triggered us and activated something within us that brought us back to some inner child stuff that's not quite healed. And that leads us into a place where temptation is going to maybe start to rear its head, and we might just want to be really aware of that. So we want to be aware of what triggers might come up. We want to be aware of how we react and respond to those so that we can support ourselves. And when we're in a more aligned state, building and developing systems in our life that are in support of healthier choices. But all of this is a process, and I just want more than anything for you to just be as kind to yourself as possible. That's why I'm here, just to remind you of how wonderful you are, just as you are. But even if you never changed anything about yourself, even if you never decided to, set a goal and reach it or anything, even if you stayed exactly as you are right now, you are wonderful and perfect just as you are. I think one of the wonderful things about life is our ability to learn and grow and allow our curiosity to kind of take us to different beautiful planes. But just as you are right here, right now, you're wonderful. So let's light our myrtle and fern candle. And now is when you can start to really connect with what it is that you want to manifest. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to be, do, have? Can you see? Okay. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered, most aligned self, in loving comfort and in perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for activating the solar plexus and for really channeling your willpower. And while you're gazing into the flame and maybe setting your own intention, maybe you're connecting with something that you would like to call in. Maybe you're connecting with something you'd like to release. Maybe you're connecting with ways in which you can support yourself as you move through this. Maybe you're still ruminating on those short-term kind of temptations that might come up as obstacles for you. Whatever it is, maybe start to shift gears to something positive that you want to invite. You might even start to invite some gratitude here as well for what you do have, for the work you have done, for choices that you made in the past that have meant that you can be the person you are today, that you have what you have today. So just connect with some gratitude as well here. And I know I'm asking you to do a lot, but maybe take a moment here just to start to slow your breathing. And be really kind to yourself in this process. And now as you set this intention, we just want to ensure that it's on behalf of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves. And with that same loving comfort and perfect balance, as we set our intention together. And so long as that's the case, we'll see this intention through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable. Sometimes it takes time. Intentions are so important. I'm going to light a little bit of Palo Santo now. Sometimes this one, because it's so old, doesn't stay lit for very long. We'll see. There we go. We'll just do a little gentle clearing here. I'm not sure if you can see it. The smoke. Very gentle. It smells good though, my goodness. So just a little gentle clearing. With our Palo Santo. And then I'm going to light a little piece of incense off of our candle, preserving our intention that we've set. And then clearing anything that's not serving our intention. There, I think you could probably see that smoke. Good. I drew our sacred symbols before we began, but I am going to draw some just outside of your body here. Just to activate in this space. And just for a little bit of balance. If anything else has come up that you'd like to clear, feel free to offer it up to this smoke to be cleared and cleansed. Clearing and cleansing, clearing and cleansing. Good, good, good. Wonderful. And then, as you saw with the rattle, I'm going to just do a little bit of a deeper cleansing right in the solar plexus. Clearing and cleansing here, my friend. Okay, good. That smells really good. it there. I'm going to place a few stones, okay? So a few of these stones you see very often on my channel. I love to use them. Raw tiger's eye. This is, I think, some of my favorite stones to use in general. You know, it's a grounding stone. We used it recently in a root activation session. And it's a great stone for confidence. It's a great stone for believing in yourself. Really grounding all of that confident energy. And then I have this piece of citrine. Great for combing through your energy. Kind of combing through any tangled energy. Specifically as it applies to things like prosperity, abundance, manifestation. As it applies to joy. As it applies to like a lightness of being. Kind of combing through anything that's blocking that. So I want to invite more joy, more love, more prosperity, more abundance, a more focused ability to manifest. And it's another great stone for confidence. I also want to invite in this piece of yellow calcite. Yellow calcite is great. Honey calcite is great. Both of those are great for the solar plexus. Calcite is a wonderful, very tactile stone, similar to, I went on a little love rant about green talc in a recent video. But I really do love these kinds of stones because I think so often there are so many different benefits of stone, the vibration that they hold, but also we put so much energy into our stones, you know, when we're working with energies, when we're working with different esoteric tools, we put so much energy into each of these stones. We also put those associations into the stones. We put intentions into the stones. And very often, you know, when we have worry stones or something like that we're using to kind of help us move through an emotion, when a stone is very tactile, there's something about it that adds that element of support to us. So I'm going to place this beautiful sunny yellow calcite right on your solar plexus, like so. And then one more stone. This is a lovely peach selenite, loving, cleansing stone. I like to think of peach selenite as clearing anything that's not love. So I'm going to place this on your solar plexus. Oh goodness, I keep bouncing them. In order to, help you clear anything that's blocking you. And to help in the future clearing anything that might come up for you that's preventing you from having that focus on the long term. With focus in mind, this isn't all. I have more stones. I have a green fluorite. I was going to say calcite, but I have a green fluorite. And I'm going to place this just here. This is a great stone for focus, for really focusing that energy, helping you to connect with the long term, so that when you are tempted or when short-term, temptations start to come up, you can really focus on what it is that you want. That's what that's there for, to really help you with that. Then I want to invite in this unikite, one of my favorite stones for collaborations, for working with others. So I wanted to call this in just so you can have like an accountability buddy. Have someone that you can talk to about what you're moving through. Because when we're trying to achieve our goals, if we're doing it in a vacuum, it can feel very isolating. It can feel like that in and of itself is an obstacle, because we tend to not trust our own belief in ourselves when we're already feeling low. But if someone else, if you have a partner in crime, someone who can buoy you up, I love using that word today, who can bolster you up and really help you remember why you're doing what you're doing, and help you instead of, we don't want a critical voice, but we want a supportive, respecting, respectful, loving voice. Then I want to invite in a fire agate to really keep your passion up, to keep that spark ignited. And I want to invite in as well this beautiful dragon's blood jasper to help you connect with your own fortitude. You can do this. You will do this. And if this thing that you're moving towards, if this goal that you want to reach is about cessation of a certain behavior, then I really would encourage you to maybe check out my video on addiction. If you're moving through anything like that, really look up a local chapter in your area. You can just Google local chapter for, alcohol, AA chapter. You can look up your local chapter for Narcotics Anonymous, Overeaters Anonymous, for sex addiction, for porn addiction. There's a website called Fight the New Drug. You can look up, look up your local chapter for any of that if you're wanting a little bit more of that support as you go through this, because that's a beautiful thing to ask for help, and it takes a lot of courage. So just know that I'm sending you lots and lots of love, whatever it is that you're going after. Something like that is like a huge, profound life-altering shift. But even if you're doing something like, I want to develop a really healthy morning routine, the effects of that can be tenfold for how it positively impacts your life, your ability to focus, your ability to show up in other areas of your life. When we start to invite awareness into one area of our life, it really does start to spread. And it becomes contagious, and it kind of spreads through all the other areas of our lives. And we start to recognize where we are and how we can better ourselves. So here we go. Beautiful grid today. So melt into the here and now, sink into the present moment. Give over to this time. This is your time, my friend. And here as I begin my hands-on healing, this is your time to allow everything that you've done in the session leading up to now to really sink in. And I want you to connect with your inner quiet, your inner sense of calm, and to just go within. Our candle is speaking to us. I love wood-wicked candles. They are so you have had a hard time trusting yourself, it's time to trust yourself. If you feel blocked when it comes to believing in yourself, it's time to believe in yourself. Because I trust you and I believe in you. And I think you're wonderful. I'm going to move through 3 times with this amethyst cluster, combing through anything that might be stuck or held here. Amethyst is the stone of sobriety, of clarity. So hopefully this invites some clarity to your mind, to your path ahead. I'm going to move through with this rattle, and I just want you to relax, breathe, and invite a sense of love and calm here, thickening your aura, really sealing in all this beautiful work that we've done today. Thank you so much for joining me. It is such a pleasure to connect with you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your light. And I think I already said have a beautiful rest of your day or your night, but always bears repeating. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your day or your night. And until we meet again, be so well, my friend, okay? May all your dreams come true. Hello, my lovely, lovely patrons. This session is going to be all about just like sending love into the hands. Our palms are these like entry and access points for so many different energies to flow in. So doing Reiki hand massages I find really helpful. So soothing. So I'm just going to be sending this energy towards you. I love using things from nature to send healing energy. You know I love using things like driftwood, stones, all the earthly elements. I love using water as a healing element. Good. So sending that love towards you, and see if you can just Maybe breathe it in. Fill yourself up with that gorgeous, loving energy. Imagine the aroma just swirling in and flowing all through your body. Which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to help you accomplish tasks and achieve objectives. Cool. This is going to be a really powerful time for you. 2 super empowering cards. You have this fiery energy, and you have like the earth and the roots and the ancestors. It's like star and earth and fire. Find as comfortable a position as you can. Maybe close your eyes. You could lie down, whatever feels right for you. And let's begin today with gratitude. Whatever position you find yourself in, bring to heart one thing for which you are grateful.